Hello, everybody. Welcome to our showcase. It is usually Dames for Games, but because we're in the Halloween season and we're getting those spooky vibes, it is Ghouls for Games. My name is Destiny, and I am the founder of Dames for Games, and I'm super excited to be here and to share all these spectacular spotlights that we have lined up, plus some really creepy exclusive trailers. But before we get into it, I'm going to throw it over to my co-ghost so she can introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. I am Diana, and I am so excited to be here. It's going to be scary. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun, and we're going to have a really great time. I'm really excited. Let's do it.
I feel like we always have a great time, don't we?
Honestly, we always have a really great time. Yeah.
So I have a few people I need to thank before we jump right into it. And these are people who have helped us and continue to help us uplift marginalized voices. And it's been an incredible ride. We started back last year and we're still going and we're going to keep going. But IGN, GameSpot, Twitch, you guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for helping us. And also to our partners, The Mix and the 1000 Dreams Fund. Guys, we have some incredible news that we're going to share with you towards the end of the showcase, and I want you to stay tuned. For all those developers, those content creators, I think you're going to want to hear about this. So let me not keep you. Let's get started, and I hope you enjoy this spooky show.
I'm Sarah Dobie. I'm a senior programmer at Pickpock. I'm on a project called Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. It's a survival horror zombie game. I've been on that project for about 3 years now. So I've touched lots of different parts of the code base. In particular, I've had a focus on zombie behavior, and that's all done with behavior trees and state machines. So I make the tools for that, and I help design to set up those behaviours to get the results that they're after. The zombies in Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days are supposed to feel quite human, got the kind of lowest level where they're sensing things, they're hearing and seeing and being punched by the player, and then they take that information and process it and organise it, and they use that to then make decisions and act, and that's what the player sees, where they, punch you back.
I'm Shalu Wu. I am an environment artist for Into the Dead of Darkest Days. So the thing I like the most about my job and brings me the most satisfaction is definitely creating a very good-looking environment that's not only visually pleasing but also has a lot of hints for stories and has a lot of opportunities in there for the player to kind of discover what has happened in this place.
My name is Celia. I'm a market researcher at Pickpock. I'm helping game teams understand who their target audience is. With normal user experience design, you're trying to make a smooth experience as possible, but with game design, obviously, you're trying to develop problems for people to solve. What we found when we did the market research for Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, was they really cared about having consequences for their actions. That was a theme that came up again and again when we talked to those people that played survival type titles.
I think I always hoped to work in games. I don't think I always realised that it was a possibility.
Yeah, I guess I never pictured or thought of myself as being able to work in the industry. It never looked like a place I could go.
I definitely feel like there's a need for more women artists to be out there working across different genre of games and different themes of games.
I like to think that just being a senior woman programmer can make more junior women programmers just feel more comfortable and like they belong. I really hope that Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days will do fabulously, and I'm sure it will. That will just feel amazing to know that I was there from the prototyping phase, building it up, making it beautiful, and then be there when it takes its first steps into the world.
Hi, I'm Miko Charbonneau, the studio lead of Pretty Smart Games, and I'm delighted to introduce you to some of the team behind the Spirit Lift. a ghost punk deck building roguelike adventure.
Hi, I'm Audrey Twig. I'm the UI UX designer and art lead on the Spirit Lift.
Hi, I'm Ryako, the audio lead on the Spirit Lift.
My name is Allison Kelly, and I do creature and concept art for the Spirit Lift.
My name is Leah Kranz, and I'm the 3D artist.
The Spirit Lift is about a group of teenagers in the 90s who decide to ditch their graduation party,
encountering an old gilded elevator, aka the Spirit Lift.
They battle their way up to the 13th floor only with the items they would have in their backpack or weird things they find along the way,
encountering otherworldly creatures. And maybe, if they're lucky, they could possibly learn the truth of what's going on in this old haunted hotel.
We designed the game to be easy to learn but challenging to master. You'll die often, but each time you'll learn new strategies and more secrets behind the hotel's mysteries.
So this game is kind of like my passion project. I'm able to explore and do fun, weird things with the UI that I wouldn't normally do.
I get to explore a lot of different roles, like not only 3D art, but also level design, lighting, VFX, and tech art.
Everyone brings such passion and creativity to this project that it really inspires me to push all of my designs to the next level.
I get to work with such a wonderful team and collaborate with all of them to create this amazing game.
You can play the demo right now on Steam or itch.io. We'd love to hear your feedback as we are busy preparing for when the Spirit Lift launches.
Hello, my name's Brianna Jenkins, and I'm the art director at Causeway Studios. We're currently developing The Haunting of Joni Evers, a sometimes spooky but very heartfelt walking simulator. You spend one night in the shoes of Joni Evers as she explores her now mostly abandoned family home. As you travel through, you'll reconcile with the past relationships she has to her closest family members and possibly try to dispel a curse. As the art director, I'm responsible for setting a cohesive visual direction that resonates well with the narrative, game design, and overall creative direction of the game. Since we're such a small team, I also work as a lead artist on the game. So I've done work on the lighting, props, environments, and lots of things in between. Something that I love is that it's a deeply human story. Even though it's wrapped up in a shell of something mysterious, spooky, and supernatural, all along the way you get to learn more about Joni and the emotional relationship she's had with her family members. As I combined my passion for video games and art and started working as a video game artist, I realized that this is a super powerful combination for letting people view things from different perspectives and developing emotional connections. Thank you, Dames for Games, for letting me and our game, The Haunting of Joni Evers, be part of your showcase. And thank you for all the work you do in showing representation of women in the games industry and helping to build equitable spaces. So, if our game sounds interesting to you, check it out on Steam and play the demo that we currently have available. Be prepared for some frights and also maybe a little bit of crying.
Hello everyone, my name is Cristina Rikawa. I am a producer at Monumento, a game studio known for uniquely atmospheric gaming experiences formed by people from different parts of Brazil. To tell you a little bit about our project and our studio, I'm gonna ask the help of Ana Julia, our programmer. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Ana Julia, one of the programmers at Monumento. Our first release was Teleform, an analog horror game that has garnered over 2,000 very positive reviews on Steam. Today, we want to introduce you to our new game set in the Teleform universe, Drowned Lake. The game is not just about survival, it's an immersive experience where you uncover clues, solve puzzles, and explore the world around you.
Drowned Lake is a unique combination of horror, fishing, and exploration, in which you navigate the dark waters of a lake that holds terrible secrets and investigate abandoned locations in first person. In Drowned Lake, the story is experienced through the points of view of 3 different characters: As they search for a missing documentarian in the coastal forests of Brazil, they uncover a forgotten story blending folklore, social issues, and religious syncretism. Drowned Lake shifts perspectives to enhance the gameplay experience. For the exploration segments on the boat, the game utilizes a top-down perspective, giving you a broad view of the Erie Lake and its surroundings. In contrast, when you enter the segments of adventure and investigation, the game shifts to a first-person perspective, immersing you in a more personal and intense experience. So if you enjoy horror games that take you through a moody, atmospheric experience with a rich narrative, Drowned Lake is a game you don't want to miss. I invite you to add it to your wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media for more updates.
Hi Dames for Games! Thank you for having us.
We are Unlucky Planet Games.
I'm Jan, and I am the creative lead.
Hi, my name is Eileen, and I was the character designer and artist.
I am Evan, and I was the project manager and additional creative contributor.
I'm Rachel Whalen, and I was the background artist and developer on the mixology portion.
I'm Katie, and I am the prop artist.
This is So This Vampire Walks Into a Bar.
So This Vampire Walks Into a Bar is a visual novel with a minigame component.
A bartending minigame.
A game where the outcomes that you get from the story are based on how well you can mix a drink for a customer.
At its core, a story of acceptance and finding yourself when these outer visuals are stripped away from you.
It's the story of our protagonist, Jackie, who finds themselves working at a dive bar that happens to cater to a bunch of familiar faces that happen to resemble Universal movie monsters.
Has some point-and-click adventure elements while also still focusing on telling a really good story with 2D art.
Many visual novels have very static systems of choices you can make where you pick option A, B, or C, but having this bartending element that your decisions are based off of allows you to make decisions that have impacts on the game while still having fun with the decision-making process.
I'm all about visual novels, so I really wanted to have that strong story component with some memorable characters.
The more and more writing gets done, the more and more I'm really falling in love with the writing, and I really love our character design.
The demo for So This Vampire Walks Into a Bar is now available on Steam.
Wishlist today.
Hey, my name is Julian Valbonten, and I'm the design lead at Dames for Games. I'm also an art director and partner at Continue, a creative marketing collective that specializes in the video game and entertainment industry. The reason why gaming and video games in general is meaningful to me is because the amount of creativity and skill that's required to make a game has always been admirable to me. And game making has been a process that I've been able to observe and truly respect. I appreciate the large variety of stories that game devs and creatives are able to express through games, whether they're complicated or simple. Aside from that, it's always been a way for me to connect through communities all over the world and strengthen the friendships that I already have.
feels like I'm in the crosshairs. Overseas, they're everywhere. Those bastards from the cursed house rising into our lair. They enchain souls and feed on the joy of their victims. I won't give up. I control the story unless they chain me. I can choose whether to fight, hide, or run. I still have a choice, and I can change everything. It's worth trying for the sake of one happy ending among many possible ones. I'll absorb your light. You are me. You can't hide from me. And there is no escape.
What a strong start. I hope you're all enjoying yourself so far. This next segment is a little more for the braver souls. Escape and defeat the monsters that lurk in the shadows. Or date them? You'll see what I mean. We've got exciting trailers and more, including an exclusive announcement from Purple Door Studios. The official release date of Magic Inn is here today. Roll the tape.
Only a day away from the inn opening. Wait, where are the tables? No worries, still got time. On to my favorite part, shopping. Okay, this is truly my favorite. Decorating. Well, it's time. Publish the news.
Welcome, silly seekers, to the halls of Hyde Manor.
Class, I have some bad news.
You're thinking too small. Let's get him arrested. You're never going to have any friends if you keep this up.
Revenge requires sacrifice.
Watch out! Don't just stand there, we have to run! Yes! Exactly! Evil starts so young.
Happy spooky season, mascots!
Hey, it's me again. I have been hitting the wish list button like crazy. Showcases are so dangerous. It's been a fun time together in the chat. I'm Julian Balbonton, and if you want to talk about different creative ideas to make your game stand out online, you can find me at Continue at WeAreContinue on X or Insta, and for my socials at Balbonton0 on X or Insta too, because I am the 0th Balbonton. Destiny and Diana will be back with more spotlights. What's coming up next will give you a bit of a break from the horror. Just a little one.
That was creepy. Like, that was legitimately creepy. There were some trailers in there, like Tape 101. I could tell if, like, some of that looked like it was real, and I feel like we're blurring the lines here, and I feel like I'm gonna have a ghost follow me when coming home tonight.
I get that way too. If it's something too scary, I'm like, is it gonna come through the TV? Like,
It's
totally
true.
giving me those vibes. I think water delivery was like really creepy for me. Like, I'm definitely gonna have nightmares about that, and I only watched the trailer. So good job.
I
on scaring
mean,
us,
bravo
guys.
to the trailer, to
That
the
was-
folks who's in the trailers. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, that was
We are
creepy. And-
delivering. Hey, Destiny.
Yes.
What are you dressed up as?
So listen, it took a lot of time to really think about how I wanted to encompass Dames for Games and like being like the top ghost, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, like what it just boiled down to is like if looks could kill, I aim to slay. So, you know, it's just
okay.
it's my like spooky hostess vibe. Like that's what I am. I'm a
I like
spooky
it.
hostess. Yes. I was
love
thinking
it.
Beetlejuice, and then I was thinking Monster High, and I was just putting everything together. And
I love it. I think it was great.
What are you?
Yeah. I'm a little demon. Just a cute little demon who's just disappearing in the background occasionally.
I think you said that earlier, and it already slipped my mind, and I think it's just the magic and the power that you have over all of us right now.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Much like these trailers have on all of us as well.
Yeah, no, those were scary. So listen, we want to give you guys a break, okay? Because we know that was pretty spooky, and a lot of you are like probably like really scared. So for those of you who don't like to be really scared during Halloween, and you just want something kind of fun to play, and you want to curl up with Coco and gummy bears, specifically gummy bears, we have some spotlights for you. So stay tuned and check out these spotlights. They're not scary, they're not spooky. You can uncover your eyes.
Yes.
I definitely think you'll enjoy them though.
Trust us.
Trust us. Trust us.
Hi, I'm Alice, and I'm a game creator and consultant specializing in horses. I've always loved horses, I've been a rider all of my life, and I always paid special attention to horses in the games I played. How they moved, how they looked, what you can do with them. A few years ago, I launched The Main Quest, a website that explores how horses are portrayed in games through news, analyses, reviews, and developer interviews. Together with Azier Interactive from Munich, I've been working on a brand new type of horse game. In Windstorm, The Legend of Kimori, the player takes on the role of a courier rider in 13th century Mongolia. In exploring the steppes, mountains, and deserts, and delivering letters and cargo, the player will have horses as a means of transport, as companions, and as a crucial gameplay element. Horses can be trained and taught, and the player can tame wild horses or breed foals in order to have the best steeds for different missions, terrains, and obstacles. What I love about the game we're working on is that it takes some of these elements that many of us know from the horse games we've played as kids and puts them in a new context. In doing so, we also hope to appeal to a wider audience, people who wouldn't necessarily pick up a stable simulation, but who are happy to explore a beautiful open world on horseback, with animals that have a little more depth to them than just being a fast way to get around. If that sounds like something you or someone you know would be into, please consider following Play Windstorm on socials and wishlisting the game on Steam. We cannot wait to show you more.
Hey there, and thanks for having us at this showcase. My name is Bonnie, and I'm in charge of social media at Roca Play. We're currently working on Sugar Dew Island, a cozy farm shop game inspired by the charm of Nintendo DS's Harvest Moon. Polly, our lead game designer, has been a fan of cozy games since childhood. With extensive experience in the genre, she's contributed to several titles, including Wild Shade and Pet Clinic Cats and Dogs. Overall, we're a diverse team where everyone's strengths complement each other perfectly. Sugar Dew Island is a farming game that takes place on a mysterious island. As the player, you are stranded on the island after a storm and take over a small farm. In the past, humans, animals, and the forest folk lived in harmony on Sugar Dew Island, but the humans became greedy and tried to cut down the large harmony tree to claim it for themselves. As a result, the island's guardian grew thorns and the people fled the island. The player tries to restore harmony on the island by selling various goods from the farm to the forest folk in his farm store. By dealing with the forest folk, you regain their trust in humans. In Sugar Dew Island, the player should lead a relaxed life, which is why we have decided against the usual time management in other farming games and instead have daily phases that are turn-based. The player has as much time as they want in the individual phases of the day. Before the store opens, it is morning. While the store is open is midday, and when the store closes is evening. We hope that in this way we can make the game as accessible and stress-free as possible. Thank you so much, Dames for Games, that we could be part of this showcase. We hope you enjoyed the little insight into our upcoming game, Sugar Dew Island. We wish you all the best.
Hello everyone, I'm Marta from Evil Licorice, Italy. I joined the studio 3 years ago after several years as a researcher at the university. And I was very lucky because I immediately started to work on Retro Gadgets. That was at the beginning of its development. Retro Gadgets is a game where you build and code your own gadgets, adding components, buttons, LEDs, screens. Then you can customize the gadgets with colors and stickers. And you can basically build anything you like, from music synthesizer to working games, working video games inside the Retro Gadgets. We released it 2 years ago in early access, and we immediately started to have an amazing community of people sharing their creation and their ideas and helping each other with the code and the questions. And then we noticed that they were starting to wonder where Retro Gadgets is set, because it has mainly 80 retro vibe, but also some futuristic elements as the projector that materializes gadgets on the desk. And so we thought, let's create a campaign mode. We add a story to the game, and we can use it also as a tutorial for people that ask us how to learn to program enough to be able to enjoy the game. And so since then, I'm also working as a narrative designer alongside my main task, that is UI programmer. And I started to study UX to help with it. And this is possible obviously because we are a small study where everyone is involved in different parts of the development of the game. It is something challenging because I have to learn new things and then apply them on the fly. But it is also very exciting and rewarding, and it's something I really enjoy of this job. So this was all. Thank you, Dames for Game, and have a nice day.
my name is Alicia and I work as a 3D artist at Mythical.
Oh, hi, my name is Axinia and I worked as 2D artist on Trackle from its early development.
Let's start from designing the cars. Honestly, it was a challenge for me since I had no experience with vehicle design.
I had the pleasure of working with Axinia. The concept arts were prepared precisely, which allowed the work to proceed quickly. Continuous communication between us was also important because sometimes the final model needed quick adjustments to work properly.
As a 2D artist, my role was more than just creating visuals. I also had to make sure they were clear for the 3D artist.
After preparing the base mesh, I move on to modeling more detailed components to ensure the model is functional as well. My role in this project involves creating models such as cars and environmental elements, as well as working on level design. Besides the fun and enjoyment of driving, the game will also offer the ability to customize and choose specific vehicles according to your preferences.
I designed a character for the game, starting with two versions, a traditional police officer and a cutscene version. With K-Art, we wanted to show the main idea of the game in a single memorable image. After considering various focuses and adding a touch of mystery, we settled on an image of the truck driving through a dangerous forest with sunny fields and a cozy village in the background.
I was thrilled by the forest and nature setting, and I'm excited to see the game release.
The overall style is very appealing, and I'm glad to contribute to its creation. I hope that Trackful will be received very positively and that it will bring you great enjoyment in gameplay.
Hello, I'm Maria Lupi. I'm the co-owner and game producer of Beyond Those Hills game development studio. I also participate as game designer, narrative designer and composer in our game productions. I'm here now because 8 years ago I shifted my career into game development after a lifelong dedication to music. I was a concert pianist, composer, teacher, curator of numbers of music and art events. So today I'm excited to present our latest game, Cat Detective Albert White, a comedy noir set in 1930s New York. The game features vintage black and white visuals with anthropomorphic animal characters like our protagonist, Albert White, a cat detective solving a murder mystery and saving the world. This game blends comedy, film noir, mystery, science fiction and narrative, make it hard to define by single genre. Technically, it's somewhere between a walking simulator and an interactive novel with a strong focus on humor. It's less of a typical whodunit and more of an origin story, as Albert evolves from private investigator to quantum investigator. Our influences by the general atmosphere of 30s and 40s noir cinema. No specific film, no specific game. Our visual zoological world takes influences from neo-noir dystopian movies. The dialogue and humor, a bit of Monty Python, David Lynch, and the unconventional style of comedy films like Adam McKay's films, and many others. Music. We compose the introduction in the literal style and sound of an old film, then layer jazz elements on a lo-fi beat that adds a humorous tone. So, Cat Detective Albert White by Beyond Those Hills, and a special mention to our wonderful writer, Michelle Clapp.
大家好，我是窗台上的蝴蝶制作人米卡，然后我是负责窗台上的蝴蝶的美术和剧情设计这一部分的。我们是一个剧情类的叙事类的解谜游戏，然后现在已经在进行最后的测试和英语本地化的部分。
这是女主角费利西亚，热爱画画的女孩。她喜欢很多奇怪的东西，然后很有冒险精神。窗台上的蝴蝶中有很多很有意思的游戏，还有很多时间线的故事等着大家去探索。这是男主角卡洛斯，一个内向但热爱昆虫、热爱冒险的男孩。
在游戏中也会穿插它的冒险故事。也有一些神秘的剧情等着大家挖掘。
What's up, gamers? My name is Kiri Schwedler, and I'm the lead writer and narrative designer on Studio Kumiho's Cricket, Jay's Really Peculiar Game. As a non-binary person, I've drawn on many deeply personal experiences to make Cricket the game that it is today. I really hope that you'll enjoy playing it. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Mikhail. I use he, they pronouns. I was an environment artist on Cricket, Jay's Really Peculiar Game.
And I'm Ari. I use they, them pronouns, and I was a character animator as well as a character designer in Cricket.
I know that we both kind of tried to put in our own little flares and touches as much as we could with like characters like Charlie, and in a lot of the like animations and designs that you did.
Yeah, I try to incorporate a lot of variety and diversity amongst those characters, and as well as how they acted.
Something that just makes it kind of feel more like real life, and like that we can see us in the game that we work on.
Cricket, Jay's Really Peculiar Game is a heartfelt JRPG that shares our personal experiences in a story about loss, loneliness, and friendship. In Cricket, you play as Jay, a young boy who has experienced a family tragedy. Embark on Jay's journey of personal growth, all while making plenty of wacky friends and battling goofy enemies. Go on a journey to the moon with your newfound buddies, explore the zany, hand-animated world, and learn about yourself along the way. From the bottom of our hearts, thanks for watching.
I'm Karina, the marketing director at Mighty L Studios, where I'm lucky to get to work alongside some of the most talented women in games that I know. Mighty L is an experienced group of game developers. We work remotely out of Canada, and you may know us from our first game, The Big Con. The Big Con is a game about a teenage girl named Allie who goes on a cross-country crime spree in order to save her mom's video store. It's fun, it's weird, and it's wholesome, just like us. That's why I'm so excited to be here to talk about our new title, All Systems Dance. All Systems Dance is an expressive dance battle adventure game where you stand up to corporate dystopia using the power of dance. We wanted to explore some big problems like over-automation, body dysmorphia, and unregulated corporate greed, but in a Mighty L way, through heartfelt and accessible storytelling. We also wanted to help players experience the joy of dance. Like the fluid sense of skateboarding offered in Tony Hawk games, All Systems Dance lets players express themselves by combining moves and freestyling. Dance isn't just a battle mechanic either. It's a way to move through the world and interact with the environment and other people. We want the player experience to be accessible and ideally to spark joy. In order to do this, we've also brought in some incredible dance consultants to help us add more moves and make dancing feel as good as possible in the game. All Systems Dance is available to wishlist now, so please go do it. And for now, here's a little teaser.
Welcome to Port Tomorrow, a perfect place for every Whoosh citizen to work, socialize, and relax. We here at Whoosh have thought of everything, so you never have to.
Don't believe their marketing and don't believe their messaging. This is the face of Whoosh. Look around. We are all trapped here on this island. We are being watched and we have to fight back. I know they outnumber us, but we've discovered their weakness. Their weakness is dance. Dance reprograms them. Dance makes them see us as more than just a number on a spreadsheet. You have to dance. You have to dance like your life depends on it. Take back control, free yourself, and feel the movement. The revolution will not be choreographed.
Hi, my name is Jenny Wyndham. I have been in the industry for 8+ years, and I've been working in community, marketing, production, showcase hosting, content creation, and more. I love video games. It was an opportunity when I was younger for my brother and I to play and hang out together, and even now I love the ability to immerse myself in different worlds, stories, and perspectives. I continue to work, and I will continue to work in this industry because I believe in the power of games to help us understand the world we live in and learn more about ourselves through the power of play. If you want to know more about me and the content I create, you can find me over at Kimchika. I am Kimchika pretty much everywhere. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube most notably, and check out wholesomegames.com. We curate kind, compassionate, and hopeful games for folks to enjoy. Thanks again to Dames for Games for having me, and sit back and relax because we have 4 incredible indies coming your way.
In this game, you are the Son of God, shaping the future of Hopewood City. Time to make the ultimate decision: bliss or hell. Your choices shape their destiny. Make your decisions based on the characters' stories, belongings, and hidden secrets. Remember, every decision affects the future of Hopewood. Your followers on social network Kidder, and on you on Judgment Day. Will you be terminated or a superstar? Become God for a day and shape Hopewood's destiny.
Not everyone is into jump scares or the edge of your seat horror, and even if you are, maybe you'd like to change it up just a little bit. So here are 4 more games that are dedicated to folks who just want to grab a snack and chill for a moment. Whether that's just vibing with a plastic duck, cleaning up some unique trinkets, decorating cozy apartments, or honing in on your tower defense skills. Again, a big thank you to Dames for Games for having me, allowing me to share a few titles with you all. If you would like, again, you can find me streaming, posting, making videos as Kimchika most everywhere. And if you'd like, visit wholesomegames.com, sign up for the newsletter, and get daily doses across social media of uplifting and hopeful games. Now, let's see what Destiny and Diana have in store for us next.
You know, that was really nice. That was a nice break, honestly.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put Ginny through that. You know, like, she's so wholesome and adorable. Like, I don't want to scare her from like never wanting to come back and work with us. And I think that was pretty good. I had two that I really liked. I'm a cat person, so Urban Jungle was really nice, right? I could do like a lot of plant stuff without like getting my fingers dirty and stuff like that. But I also liked Piece Together because I really want to be that person who like does scrapbooking, but like I also am not that person who does scrapbooking, but I want to be that person. You know what I mean?
I really like Bubblegum Galaxy. Like I really like Bubblegum Galaxy.
That was so cute.
So cute. The hexing, the hex boards, like building that, all of that is completely my aesthetic. I know being that I am a demon right now, it does not seem that way. And I am surrounded by scary pumpkins.
Demons can be cute. Pumpkins can be cute.
It's true. That's actually very true. I was yes. But it was so adorable, and I wish listed it. So it's gonna go for it.
And that's important. I'm glad you brought that up because everybody, you should definitely go check out our Steam event and wishlist these games. If there's anything that you saw that gave your funny bone a little tickle, you know, that scared you out of your seat, I don't have any more puns. Just go wishlist the games, all right? And check them out. And thank you for wishlisting those games. Before we jump into some more spooky developer spotlights, because we're not done. I mean, this is Ghouls for Games, so we do have to have more spooky games.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you a little bit about 1,000 Dreams Fund. We're working with them to raise money. So if you've noticed the little QR code and you want to help donate, please do. And also, we're raising money the entire month so we can continue to make these showcases. And something very cool, we are going to open up submissions for grants. So next year, 2025, we're going to be awarding those grants. And if you stay tuned on our socials, go follow us. There'll be more updates about that and how we're working together collaboratively, because we know people need money. And if we can get you some money, then we want to get you some money. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. But okay, that's enough of me talking because I know you guys want to be scared. So turn off the lights, cuddle up to your partner or your cat or your pillow or whatever, you know what I mean? And stay tuned for the rest of these spooky spotlights.
Crackernuts is a short narrative adventure game based on a Scottish fairy tale about a girl with the head of a goat. My name's Sarah Miele, I'm an actor, and my role on Crackernuts was bringing to life Caitlin and Kate. Caitlin, who's the main protagonist of the story, she is a very kind, empathetic character. She's got quite a big heart, I think, and she's quite different from Kate, who's her goat head, who is very overconfident, charges first, asks questions later, and the mix of them is quite fun. All the characters and locations are handcrafted and then scanned by a computer, which gives the game a really nice, unique and handcrafted style. Crackernuts also uses extensive motion capture with actors from theatre and TV like myself bringing those characters to life.
My name's Alice and I am the writer for Crackernuts. It was a really interesting game to write in terms of deciding how we wanted it to be structured, that feeling of moving through a fairy tale and being part of a story. So it originally started as the Scottish fairy tale where the princess's head is exchanged for a goat head by her evil stepmother, obviously always the evil stepmother. And then the sort of quest is that she's trying to get her own head back. And we were really interested in the visual of a goat-headed girl. We thought actually that's slightly more interesting than a princess. Often the female characters are just archetypes in fairy stories, and that we definitely wanted to challenge that and make it a little bit more crunchy and complicated.
Hi everyone, we're the developers from Citrus Studio. I'm Marvi, I'm the writer-programmer.
I'm Jenny, the artist.
We are a tiny two-person team working on Zero Sum Heart, a short visual novel about a high school girl who made a deal with the witch to sacrifice her heart to win everyone's love.
Stylistically, we were inspired by romantic thriller movies such as Hitchcock's Vertigo and Satoshi Kon's Perfect Blue, something that's mysterious, dark, and blurs the line between fantasy and reality. But ultimately, Zero Sum Heart is a story about girlhood.
Jenny and I met each other in high school. We vividly remember that period of our lives as a time filled with uncertainty, insecurity, and fear, but also possibilities, growth, and optimism.
I think this story is interesting and important because I remember when I was younger, I had bought into the cultural narrative that stories for or about girls are trivial and shallow. So in a way, I wrote this for myself 10 years ago, about being seen and understood in love, romantically and non-romantically.
By telling this story, we seek to understand our former selves better and hope the central emotions can connect with girls, women, and people worldwide.
Hi everyone, my name is Luisa. I am one of the co-founders at Tiny Kiwi Games, an indie game studio based in Aotearoa, New Zealand. At Tiny Kiwi Games, we are developing our first title called Design and Conjure, a witchy decoration game where you play as Dahlia, a young witch who just returned back home after finishing the Witchy Academy. In the game, you decorate and clean rooms as you meet the townspeople and help magical creatures. For the development of the game, I help with programming, designing how objects work in the game, as well as writing and designing the story. With Design and Conjure, I hope to bring a cozy game where you can relax and express yourself while following a short but sweet story.
Hello, I'm Renee, I'm a game artist from New Zealand, and I'm currently doing work for some very cool little studios down here. Like a lot of indie game devs, I'm a Swiss Army knife that does a bit of everything. From 3D modeling, to shaders, to UI, and a lot more. My passion is stylized 3D graphics, which is a muscle I've very much gone to flex with this lovely little game. In Design and Conjure, some of the things I've worked on are these shaders that allow you the color of any object in the game's interface itself, which includes a diegetic cassette tape player, which you use to listen to cozy tunes while you decorate, and also art for one of the main characters, Cosmo, the talking cat familiar. My favorite thing about game dev, especially indie game dev, is simply the sheer variety of different hats I get to wear. I can assure you that I am never ever bored. I'm also very fond of the spaces that games in the cozy and casual genres create, both us devs and for our players.
In quarter 1996, you play as a young woman who's just moved into their first apartment.
Driven by curiosity about your surroundings, you find a hidden portal to explore other people's homes and rummage around in their stuff. Through the memories attached to the items that you find, you get to know about their lives and their loneliness. Hi, I'm Marianna. I'm the lead game designer on Kotter 1996.
And I'm Flan, the programmer and tech lead.
And this is Mitsuko. She is our producer. I'm working on the art, sound and story for the game, and it's been really interesting for me to figure out how to express 90s nostalgia in the art style and the design of the game. It's like a mix of moody aesthetics, inspiration from old games like Myst, and the memory of how slow computers were back then. I developed a unique color scheme for each apartment, and all the items are actually based on real things I've rummaged around for.
I've been working on the point-and-click system in Kotter, and that includes a very intricate stacking system for placing items on shelves and really giving that cluttery feel of rummaging through someone else's apartment. We've seen players take this and make some very neat stacks of items, and other players go very chaotic and try and push the system and see what they can stack on top of each other.
I already have a demo out on Steam if you want to go check it out, and the full game will be released next year. So wishlist if you want to find out what's behind those secret portals.
Hi Dames for Games, we're Pariah Interactive, the team behind 1000 Deaths. I'm Feng Zhang, a producer here, and I ensure that our projects are moving forward, manage the New York team, and assist with creative direction. 1000 Deaths is a gravity-bending 3D platformer where choices matter. Through exploration, you unlock platforming hubs which give you choices that change the story. You can play the game at your own pace or speedrun platforming levels in the arcade.
Hello, I'm Luna Wu, a developer for 1000 Deaths. I like working on this game because of its unique world and the challenge of blending story-driven gameplay with 3D platforming. The choice you make in the game defines the playing mechanics of the platforming levels, but every level has gravity manipulation and intense topography, which I had fun developing.
Hi, my name is Malvika Mittal and I'm a producer at Pariah Interactive. I also handle quality assurance and I manage the India team. I also wrote the script for episode 3 of 1000 Deaths. You play 1000 Deaths through 4 main characters exploring 3 stories based on friendship, love, and labor. The choices you make are driven by inner conflicts faced by these characters. Each choice unlocks a new branch of the story.
Hey, I'm Steph DeVilla, the 3D artist for 1000 Deaths. My work involves creating a unique and unified style for the game. I design, model, and polish assets to ensure that they have a high level of visual fidelity. The game draws visual inspiration from many sources, including retro games and Indian iconography. We wanted our assets to combine experimental forms to create a visually appealing and memorable experience for the player.
Hello, I'm Ananya Hazarika and I'm the marketing consultant at Pariah Interactive and copy editor for our game. Thank you Dames for Games for this chance to talk about 1000 Deaths and highlight the amazing work done by the women of our team. 1000 Deaths is available on Steam. Wishlist now.
Hey, my name is Selena, and this is my first diary. I'm taking care about all the extravagant stuff at Cherry Pig Games. I connect our players with the dev team to make sure that development process aligns with players' feedback. Just because we want to create a game that players will love to play. I also manage community updates so our players can stay in the loop and follow the development of Angst: A Tale of Survival, our quest-driven survival game with roguelite elements. In World of Angst, you have to survive while discovering the mysteries of this strange place and figuring out why you are there. Make tools, explore an open world, find new recipes, search for food, follow the story and do whatever it takes to stay alive. The answers might be closer than you expect, so keep going. I really love the mysterious side of the game. And yes, you will come across strangers on your journey. Some will want to help you while others, well, I'll let you discover that for yourself. Come closer. Wishlist our game on Steam to stay updated and join future game tests.
Hey everyone, my name is Kimmy Arcanas, and I'm a freelance music composer in the games industry. So, if you happen to like JRPGs, then definitely hit your girl up because I love Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon, Persona, Grandia, Star Ocean, and basically any JRPG. I also run the social media for AAPI in Gaming. AAPI in Gaming is a community platform that amplifies the voices of Asian American and Pacific Islanders in the gaming industry, promotes cultural appreciation, and highlights representation in games and related content. So if that happened to resonate with you in any way, shape, or form, then definitely hit us up on LinkedIn or Instagram. Once again, that is AAPI in Gaming. You're also more than welcome to connect with me on my own Instagram, Kimmy_more, like the Britney Spears song. I love making new friends, especially those who have a passion for video games, because fun fact, I happen to have a passion for video games too. Anyway, I would just like to extend y'all a very big thank you for your continued support with this wonderful organization, Dames for Games, and fasten your metaphorical seatbelt because we have our partner segment coming up.
What's going on, folks? My name is Mike Towndrow. I am the creative director over at 6-1 Indie. You may know us from the 6-1 Indie Showcase or the Indie Game Awards coming up on December 19th. Destiny and the Dames for Games crew invited me on today so I could give a shout out to one of my favorite developers working throughout the indie scene today. That individual is Madison Carr. If you're unfamiliar with Madison's work, no worries, we're changing that right now. She is a remarkable solo indie developer who put out 3 projects to date. While all 3 are killer in their own right, the one I want to emphasize is Birth, which launched back in February of 2023. Birth is a stunning hand-drawn adventure game about constructing a creature from spare bones and organs found around a city in order to quell your loneliness. Thoughtful puzzles, endearing characters, an absolutely gorgeous piece of art to interact with. And it's creepy, it's Halloween season. Look at them bones. Don't you want to play with them bones? And outside of her games, Madison is just one of my favorite people working in the industry. Anytime we have the opportunity to cross paths at like a PAX, let's say, it always feels just like a big family reunion. So Madison Carr, shout out to you. You don't know I'm doing this, so surprise and sorry for the embarrassment. I don't know. Thank you, Destiny and Dames for Games. I love you guys with all of my heart. And to all my new friends watching, hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you want to discover some more rad indie games, check out 61indie.com/showcase. I may be a bit biased, but we produce some of the sickest indie game showcases twice a year, and Destiny was on our September showcase. And of course, like I mentioned, we have the inaugural Indie Game Awards premiering on December 19th. So pop in the chat, say hello, give a shout out to your favorite developer, and play more indies.
Hi everyone, it's me, Twy the Queen, but you can just call me Twy. I'm your 2023 Stream Supreme winner, and today I'm here to talk about Stream for a Cause. Stream for a Cause is a non-profit that believes in supporting grassroots and community-based organizations around the globe. From LGBTQI+ advocacy and programming to food equity and human rights, Stream for a Cause supports organizations who are out there making a difference in the communities just like yours. We work alongside our volunteer creators to advocate and raise funds which are used to fund direct service programs with charities and support sustainability, coaching, and mentorship with organizations to help them thrive. On behalf of Stream for a Cause, we want to thank you for your support. And to get involved in the work that we are doing today, be sure to visit streamforacause.org. Thank you.
Hi guys, Christy, founder of 1000 Dreams Fund here. You know how much we love to fund dreams. So,
We are so excited to be partnered with Dames for Games. We will be fundraising with them through our Tiltify, so look out for information on how to donate. But our goal is to fund women who want to work in game development. As much money as we raise will determine how many grants we give out. So we are so looking forward to your support. And in 2025, that application will open. So we also encourage you to stay tuned. And we want to thank the Dames for Games team for teaming up with us on this exciting new fundraiser.
Hey guys, my name is Jocelyn Cruz, this year's host of HeroCon 2024 in Chicago. On behalf of our team, I just wanted to say congratulations to our friends at Dames for Games and all the amazing game developers who showed their work at today's showcase. Be sure to donate to today's event highlighting women and girls in the gaming community. And check out our highlights from HeroCon 2024 Chicago coming up next. Game on!
It's the end of another showcase.
I always have so much fun with you in doing these. These are so great.
I with you too.
It's really great.
I know. And you know what? Thank you so much for joining me again in this showcase. Guys, honestly, me and Diana are like simpatico. Like we're just
It's true.
She's like the synergy is there, you know?
It's there. It's there. It's there.
Just like it with our community.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with all the trailers that we saw today and all the great supports and just it's really, really cool. Really cool.
I was trying to think of puns, right, for the trailers. I was like, oh, those tricky trailers and those spooky spotlights and those dreadfully delightful developers.
Ooh.
Right? Like I was like sitting there like my brain was going. I didn't like Google it or chat GPT, any of that. Like that just came right out of my brain. But before we go, we just want to give another shout out to those who continue to help us. IGN, Twitch, GameSpot. You guys know I love you. Like I have so much love for you beating in my zombie petrified heart. Not only that, to the ones who continue to work with us and partner with us, The Mix, and to our new partner who's going to help us fund some dreams.
Yes.
Oof. 1000 Dreams Fund. Because they're incredible. I also want to take a moment to thank all the other hosts who came on to help us introduce these amazing trailers and some of the organizations that are still doing so much work within the industry and outside of it. Whew, Jenny, I'm sorry that we brought you into something that's not so wholesome, but we tried to give you a wholesome section. You know what I mean? Like we tried to give you a wholesome section. Some of the games may not have been as wholesome, but it's okay. It's okay. And then, hey, Christine, thank you so much. I know you're probably scared, but I promise you we'll get through this together because I know those trailers were intense. And then to Kimmy, who I met like last week for HeroCon, which is super dope. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about AAPI and introducing all of the other organizations that are doing incredible stuff in our world. Diana, it really is time to close the lid on this coffin.
Yes. I am mourning the loss.
Oh, that was good. That was
Hey,
good.
look
Yeah,
at
that
me,
was
look
good.
at
That was good. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like an S word for before socials. I know everybody's gonna
Shrieking
be
with
like,
joy.
Shrieking with joy. Oh my god. Yeah, no.
If you have any,
there's
just like
nothing.
send them our way.
Yeah. Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments
Yeah.
for next year. But Diana, if people want to find you and keep up with what you're doing, because you are doing a lot, where do they find you at?
You can check me out at dianalaura.com. That's my place. And
That's
yeah, and we'll put it like right here.
Yeah. We'll either put it down at the bottom, or if we don't, like just like replay it and listen to
Or
it really
somewhere.
slowly. And
Yeah, really slowly. I don't know. It's like, where is it?
No, it'll be down there. I think. I don't know.
I don't know
maybe
either.
up here. And
Yeah,
guys, I'm
somewhere.
Destiny, the ghost with the most, and I appreciate you for sticking with us. We want to thank you, the viewers, and we also want to thank the wonderful people on the Dames for Games team, because they have done so much work to help me keep this going, and we plan on keeping it going. So listen, I always say this and I always mean it. The next show is going to be bigger and better. And we're going to have some exciting things coming up. We're already planning it. You know what I mean? Like today's October 1st. You guys didn't even realize that. Today's October 1st. You're going to be watching this on the 24th, and we're already planning the next showcase. So get ready, strap yourselves in, and trick or treat. Hey everyone, just popping back in to give another shout out to all of our partners. Thank you all so much. Not only that, make sure to check out our Steam event, Ghouls for Games 2024. And once you're through browsing, please consider donating. We really, really appreciate it. No amount is too small. And if you can't donate, share that we are a nonprofit and that we are always accepting donations. See you guys later.